Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host Sandman. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing from Multipick all the way from Germany. I have not done any reviews of any products because I am suffering from a massive cold and I cough a lot and I'm just dealing with a lot. So you're getting unboxings instead. And Sandman, why? It's all I have to offer and give you right now. But God bless Multipick for sending us some candy and these amazing sets. I have no idea what they sent me, so let's take a look. So we have the Multipick Elite 11 pick set for review, the Multipick 3 PN SO2, and then we have the Multipick Elite Beginner pick set. This is the Christina Palmer Beginner pick set. I have the Advanced pick set, so that's going to be good. And the Multipick Elite pick set MP3 PN S22. What does that mean, Sandman? Well, I promise you I'm not going to just leave you empty-handed with all that. Let's see what is inside of these sets in these cases. I don't have anything that shows prices of this product in front of me, but I will be doing a review on everything shortly. This feels like a new material. Huh. I wonder if that's new. It doesn't feel like it's leather. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe it's not leather. Maybe that's for the beginner sets. They don't use leather to make it more affordable. I don't know. That's interesting. But I will be doing a review on all these individually over the probably the coming 2 weeks, actually. I'll be getting them knocked out. These are going to be my recommendations for beginner lockpick sets for my friends across the Atlantic, my friends that are in the United Kingdom. If you're in Germany, if you're in France, anywhere in Europe, this is what I would recommend. A lot of the lockpick manufacturers in America are just not accessible over where you guys are. And I think Multipick is definitely going to be my go-to choice for recommendations moving forward for the UK market. So, man, I should have been paying attention, but I know one of these is going to be the Christina Palmer one, and it's not that one. I know it because I recognize the tools from that set. So this is the Christina Palmer pick set right here. That looks nice. I like that. I can see me using that. It's a really nice leather case. This guy, why did I throw away all the packaging? Why did I do that? See, this is what happens when you have a review channel and you also have a cold. This is the Multipick Elite 11 pick set over here on the left. So let's take a look at that first. Let's start with that. Okay. There we go. We're getting somewhere with this, I promise. All right, so we have one large half flex turning tool, one regular, or I'd say short, rigid turning tool. We have a DeForest half diamond, regular half diamond. We have a rounded hook. We have man, I wish I could have used that today. I broke a key off today. We have an extractor here. We have a snake rake. We have what's similar to a Bogota or kinetic rake. It looks like it could actually be used for both. I can use it for raking and for single pin picking. I think that's what that's probably going to be used for. We have a medium rounded hook that's going to pair well with that hook right there. And we have our ball rake, which is really great. These ball rakes, people ask a lot, Sandman, what are these used for? These ball rakes are really great for wafer locks, whether they be automotive or cabinet or gun locks or toolbox locks, what have you. That's what those are for. So this having only 2 turning tools in there and this having what I would consider very traditional profiles and having the extractor here, this would be really great for locksmiths. That's what I would recommend. A locksmith or a contractor, somebody that works on construction sites or something like that, that's what this set is for. That's what I believe that's for. This set right here that doesn't have any bottom of QA tension wrenches. Oh yes, it does. It has 3 here, and then I have 3 top of QA. So I have 3 bottom of QA, 3 top of QA here. Notice that they're not double-ended. And we have 2 rakes here. We have a quint and a quint and a quad. So the quad Bogota and the quint, I don't remember the name of what that's called, sinusoid or something like that. I don't care. It's basically a smaller version of a Bogota. And then we have a diamond, we have a spoon, we have a rounded hook, we have a flat hook, and then we have what would be called a thin or a sharp. I like that. That's a very good set. That's a very good set. This is what I would recommend for a hobbyist lock picker, such as someone that wants to get into locksport. I would use the bottom of keyway tension wrenches with the 2 rakes, and I would use the top of keyway tension wrenches with all of the picks right here for single pin picking. Of course, you can use the half diamond for raking or single pin picking, and these would be great for top of keyway tensioning. I love that there's a thin, a flat, and a round, and we have a spoon for people that are just into that. It's just a method of picking, and it's really great for beginners that are getting used to the rocking motion of their picks. These things are really nice. I love that Multipick uses up, they put design on both sides of their tools. So they have the Multipick Germany right there. They have the crown with the B and the J, and that's the owner of the company that started Multipick. And then we have Elite PN54, 6mm, so it's coming in at about 23 thou, I think, or a little bit bigger. I don't know, I'll measure that here in a second. I'll be doing a full review of these guys in the future. Is that 23 thou? Yep, so 0.6mm is about 23 thou. And then it's serialized 572137. So if you damage this pick, or if it comes with some type of quality control issue, you can tell them about it. And this was produced in 2024. The amount of detail that they put into these tools is extraordinary, to say the least. Let's talk about these rakes for a second. Like I said, I'll do a full review, but these quad rakes are the quad rake versus the quint here. The 5-peak versus the 4-peak are 2 completely different rakes. You would not use them on the same type of locks. I would use the quad rake here, the taller Bogota here. I would use this on residential and commercial style locks with the larger pins. And I would use this little guy here, the quint here, sinusoid, cycloid, who cares? It's the smaller Bogota version. It's not as tall as this quad here. I would use this for little padlocks like Master, Brinks, Abus, American Lock, etc. That is what those are for. Let's talk about the larger pick set here. I already lost track of what that is. Let's see here. So this guy is the Multipick Elite Beginner Pick Set. They got a lot of beginner pick sets, that's for sure. I really love that they gave me the Christina Palmer one for review, because I have the Elite one, and at some point I will review the Advanced Elite one. This is the beginner one. I have the advanced one. I would love to get the intermediate level one to complete my collection at some point. Let's take a look at this. I'm really surprised that this is, oh, it's leather. It's leather. I don't know. It just doesn't, it's just really soft. I mean, it's super soft. It's a really, really nice case here. So we have, this is the Multipick Elite Beginner Set. It's a very unusual presentation here compared to the other ones. So we have, it's almost like it might or may be a beginner pick set of something I would have seen from maybe a Lock Noob or something like that. Let's take a look at what these are. Are these all single-sided? These appear to be single-sided. So if there's 5 of these are the Chris Hollier, I bet. Yeah, and they're not even labeled. So these are new from Multipick. This is a new offering. I believe his name is Chris Hollier or Chris Holler. He is a champion lock picker, and he came up with these 5 designs right here. So there's going to be more information when I do the reviews, and there's more information on the website. But off the top of my head, Chris Hollier is a competitive lock picker, and he has done work with Multipick in designing tools for them. And so, like with the Christina Palmer pick set, we have these 3 top of keyway turning tools here that she designed, and then we have these 5 here, so 5 different thicknesses here. We have a single half twist bottom of keyway for raking, and we have one for, a double-ended, a Z-style wrench, so a double-ended wrench, and this is great for Euro profile cylinders right here. This is also really great for filling up the bottom of warding and using this as a platform to pick off of, and that's the same with this guy right here. So it's a little bit different. This one has a cutaway there, and this one has a double cutaway. Not much of a difference between the two, but I really love using this. For instance, I picked this lock. This is a Schlage Everest C123 keyway. It's not high security, but it does have a security detent inside of this that you must manipulate after you've picked all of the pins. And this has a really tall keyway. So I like to take a Euro profile turning tool like this, place it at the bottom of the keyway, which gives me a shelf to pick off of. And that's what I like to do. I like to do this. I'll probably usually, I think what I did was I held this with my thumb and I was using the tensioning right here, and this gives me a shelf to pick off of. A significant shelf here. Like I can use this pick to pick this lock. Whereas without that shelf, it's not gonna happen. This is just not tall enough. I can't even touch the pins here. So that's what I love using these for. Obviously you can use these for anything for bottom of keyway. I think that's a really great option here. So let's take a look at these. So this is probably, I would say this is like a competitive locksport, a competitive pick set. And this probably came after the fact of Christina Palmer's set. So we have a very tall, flat hook here. We have a very thin, that's about the same height. But this would be really great for really high-low biddings or really highly paracentric keyways where we see pin stacks that are actually bored through the lock warding. Man, I'm just throwing out all kinds of tidbits there and nobody has no idea what I'm talking about. This is very similar to a thin, but it's kind of cut out on the back end of it. That's very unusual. I don't have experience with this pick at all. This is just a half diamond, but I love this type of slope there. This is new. I've never seen that before. This is not just a normal half diamond, folks. That's not a normal half diamond. This is very similar to a gem style hook. I like that. I love gem style hooks. That's my favorite type of hook. I'm gonna have to play around with this pick. Well, golly. I didn't know that they had that. And it's essentially a single peak of a Bogota. I've never seen that before. What makes this unique is I use a gem style hook, and I'm looking around on my desk for one, but I don't have one in front of me. Yes, I do. I have Moki right here. So I love gem style hooks. It's my favorite profile in the world. Only like 3 or 4 manufacturers actually make this profile here. And it's essentially a Bogota, but it's not. In fact, no, Bogotas predate the gem, but they're 2 completely different picks. But this is very, very similar to a gem style hook. I cannot use a gem hook as a rake, even though it has what would be called a plow. The plow is not deep enough for me to rake with this. It would just get caught against those pins. However, this has a huge plow on the front, which is that angle that allows you to drive into the pins to lift them up, because it's essentially a Bogota, a single peaked Bogota. So it's a hybrid between a Bogota, it's a hybrid between a diamond, a Bogota, and a gem. Good Lord. Who would have thought that I would have learned something doing an unboxing? How much, did you guys expect that with my raspy voice and my stupid cold and my sniffling and my groveling? I didn't expect that. I'm going to be playing around with this quite a bit. I like that. So this would be Chris Hollier's, probably his version of a competitive pick set. And this is probably his favorite lock pick, which would have been over here, which is why he put it over here on the far right. It's kind of a random spot to put it in, but I guess it makes sense because they had to put the picks or the turning tools someplace. But if I was putting this together, I would have put this, like, I don't know, back here. Like, it just would have made more sense, I guess. Or I would have put it here and put these turning tools over here. I think the reason why this one little lone hook is sitting here on the far end is because somebody who designed it said, this is my favorite hook, and these are my backups, and these are all the turning tools that I need and nothing more. This is what I would call a competition. A pick set. This is a beginner competitive pick set. This is a competitor's lock pick set. This is their entry level to that. And I think that is wonderful. That is wonderful. That's really nice. Christina Palmer is a very famous lockpick designer. She's not known for being a competitor, but she has been working with Tool for well over a decade, probably going on, 15 years, 16 years, maybe longer. And Christina Palmer has been very influential in the design space. She has consulted for over 2/3 of the lockpick manufacturers in the world. And so I've been talking about her tools for a very long time. I'm very familiar with her work. So this is her beginner pick set. I'll be reviewing that moving forward into the future. And then we have another beginner pick set right here, which really, I think this is really, I wouldn't call this a beginner pick set. I think this is a complete pick set that is really great for locksmiths. This has traditional profiles, the DeForest half diamond invented by Bill DeForest here. We have back in the 1970s, so this was an old Ritan design. And then we have our extractor tool here. We have the S-rake here. We have the half diamond here. All and the ball pick are all indicative of this being a locksmith's preferred style set. This is something a locksmith that is in their 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s would have been using for the last 30 years or plus. So, and then these profiles are quite, so this is it kind of looks rounded. It's a mix between a rounded and a flat. I don't know if it's just a hybrid of a flat and a round. I guess I would have to go with it being flat, but that's like a medium hook here. And then we have a very, very shallow rounded hook, but it's not flat. It's very unusual. That's what I love about Multipick. They don't just copy HPC or Brokage or Majestic. They come out with their own profiles, and this thing is very unique too. I'd love to play with that. I think I would get a lot of raking and then picking and then zipping. I think that's what that would be good for. So this would be really great for in the field, all bottom of keyway. You don't have any top of keyway tools there, so you're not going to be doing a whole lot of high security locks. With that, you just stuff your just residential, commercial, and then the Christina Palmer, which really, I think this is a really great all-around set. I think this is the best beginner set that they sell, and this is a fun, competitive set. So those are my thoughts on these products. I need more time on these products to do some more testing and get my hands on these and give you a better idea. But I will be putting reviews out moving forward into the future. Thank you so much, Multipick, sending this out to me. I'm sorry I sound so gross. That's why I haven't been doing any reviews. I've just been doing unboxings as product arrive to my front door. So I'm looking forward to doing this review. Where did this go? Oh man, was that in this set? No. Was it? It was in, I got something mixed up here. So this goes with this set. I already talked about that. So this has to have been with that set. That's my guess. Only a review will reveal if that's the truth. Only a review will tell. Yeah, because I don't have any paperwork on it. I'm guessing that came with this set. That's cool. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. And you know what? This could be used for top of QA. So thank you all so much for watching. And let me know in the comments down below which of these seemed more promising to you and right up your alley. Which one are you more looking forward to me doing a review? And maybe I'll go off of your suggestions and I'll decide which one to review first. And I'd be happy to do that for you. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys next time.